Standing in line at the coffee shop, all we talk about is the weather. Cold enough for you? We sure could use some rain. Small talk. It's niceties. But you know, what else should we talk about? One second we believe in God, one second we don't. It's not an accident that joy is symbolized by a dove, that faith is symbolized by a dove, because the dove flies away. We can't capture it. And so the world says, wait a minute, it's not real. It didn't last long enough. It's not true. They did this study, some researchers did a study. They put people in a room and they gave them a little electric button. There was a button there where they could shock themselves if they chose. But they just had to be alone in that room. That was the only instruction. Something like 6 minutes, 15 minutes. And over half the people chose to shock themselves rather than just sit there and be alone with their thoughts. One man shocked himself 190 times. The comedian Louis C.K. said in an interview with Conan.
Sometimes when things clear away, you're not watching it, you're in your car and you start going, oh no, here it comes, that I am alone, like it starts to visit on you. You know, just this sadness. And so you're driving and then you go, that's why we text and drive. People are willing to risk taking a life and ruining their own because they don't want to be alone for a second.
We're afraid of that loneliness, but we don't have to be. Underneath that loneliness, there is joy. Jesus didn't text. Jesus didn't drive down the freeway. There's revelation in that we have to slow down. We have to walk. We have to walk at the pace of Jesus, sometimes into the desert. But if we slow down, we will see what's around us too. We wake up early and we go outside and the stars are shining in the morning sky. We hear the voice of someone we love calling from another room. Or we see a dove, maybe a rock dove, a mourning dove. You can hear it cooing in the trees, and that's enough. It's a little thing, but it's enough. It's everything. This is why we talk about the weather, out of humility. This is why we talk about the weather, out of joy. What could be more important than the weather? What could be more beautiful than the clouds? If I could tell you one thing, it would be this. Go to the window and look outside, because the clouds are rolling in. They are racing over us. They are flying.